Joy Behar had not expected it. One minute she was on The View offering her usual biting analysis, and the next she was at the epicenter of an unanticipated storm. When Sunny Hostin, a veteran co-host and fervent advocate for racial justice, made a well-chosen remark that abruptly shifted the topic of discussion, the atmosphere in the studio transformed. Tension rose in the room as Sunny's mysterious charge cast a shadow over Joy and kept millions of people watching at home on edge. The crowd froze as the weight of the situation settled on Joy's face, revealing a brief moment of astonishment that was quickly replaced by her trademark defiance. A collective quiet fell over the studio. The subtext of Sunny's oblique remarks was unmistakable. Joy's candor and witty remarks may have gone too far, which, in Sunny's view, had led to explosive $100 million lawsuit against the network. Sunny suggested that Joy's years of humor and scathing banter had turned into a legal battle, striking a different chord with a woman who had spent decades in front of the camera, handling controversy with a smile. Not one to back down in a minefield, she gave Sunny a stern look and spoke in a voice that sliced through the quiet like a sword. "Are you implying that this lawsuit is my fault?" she asked. Although she spoke in a calm tone, the heat beneath her words was unmistakable. The tension in the studio became nearly tangible when Sunny displayed signs of struggle. However, her resolute response, "I'm saying some narratives were pushed relentlessly," electrified the air in the room. Viewers could tell this was more than just another passionate argument. It was deeply personal. What had started as a typical morning program had suddenly become live television history. The stakes were higher than ever, and it was clear this battle would leave an impact lasting a lifetime. Joy, the warrior, was not going to let the occasion pass without a counterpunch. Sunny Hostin was celebrated on The View for her courageous support of social justice. Her career was founded on her unrelenting dedication to addressing the painful realities of history, exposing prejudice, and fighting inequality. Her voice was a beacon of clarity, and her message was unwavering. Accountability for past transgressions was inevitable. Yet Sunny's bold and unyielding stance faced an unforeseen reckoning when she appeared on the PBS show Finding Your Roots. The program, renowned for unearthing ancestral truths, had previously brought celebrities face-to-face with stories of courage, loss, and identity. However, Sunny's journey revealed something far more unsettling. During the episode, Sunny discovered that her third great-grandfather had been a slaveholder. The revelation was shocking, not just for Sunny, but also for the countless viewers who had come to admire her relentless fight against systemic racism. In that moment, as her lineage unfolded, the expression on her face betrayed a mix of disbelief and discomfort. Someone who had spent years advocating for accountability and owning the truth of history, this revelation was more than a personal blow. It was a public test of her principles. But Sunny's response was unexpected. Rather than confronting the discovery with the same energy she brought to her social justice battles, she chose to downplay its significance. She referred to it as an unfortunate product of its time, a historical reality that didn't define her or her values. Some found this denial shocking, as it seemed to contradict the principles Sunny had espoused. How could someone so vocal about structural inequities downplay her own family's role in one of history's greatest tragedies? While Sunny was preoccupied with avoiding criticism, the revelation caused her audience and coworkers to take notice. Meanwhile, Melania Trump was preparing a lawsuit that would drag everyone into the fire. Surrounding Sunny's family history only heightened the drama as the lawsuit unfolded. Melania claimed she had been the target of vicious and defamatory accusations, but the specifics of her $100 million lawsuit remained unclear. This wasn't just another celebrity lawsuit, it was far more dangerous in the public eye. Greg Gutfeld, already relentless in his criticism of Sunny, went one step further, skillfully linking Melania's grievance to Sunny's dismissive reaction to her family history. Gutfeld painted a damning picture as Melania vehemently defended her image. Sunny made a critical error during a moment of thinly disguised frustration when she implied on live television that Joy Behar's on-air jokes and comments had fueled the narrative leading to Melania's lawsuit. To chat show, it was at the heart of a media frenzy that included claims of personal betrayal, hypocrisy, and now an upcoming legal dispute. Advertisers were reportedly becoming concerned that the show's issues were getting out of hand. Known for her biting wit and fearless approach to controversial topics, Joy Behar was unexpectedly lured into the fray. During the program, Sunny Hostin made a sharp and cryptic remark without identifying anybody, leaving the crowd astonished and the studio in silence. Sunny said that Joy's remarks and jokes had gone too far, which, in Sunny's view, was a factor in Melania Trump's wildly successful $100 million lawsuit against the network. Joy's expression suddenly shifted from laughter to stern resolve. "Do you mean that my comments are the reason for this lawsuit?" she inquired in a soothing but sharp voice. After a perceptible pause, Sunny responded, I'm saying some narratives were pushed relentlessly. Viewers could tell that this was not your average disagreement because of the intense tension in the room. The audience and viewers at home were enthralled as the everyday drama on The View quickly transformed into an incredible moment of live television. And the tension in the studio was palpable. The show was in uncharted territory since Sunny and Joy's dispute had become so personal. Cameras captured Sunny's eyes flashing in an attempt to find a way out, while the crowd watched in astonishment. But Joy wasn't finished. The typical dynamic had been disrupted by Sunny's cryptic remark, and the consequences were felt right away. However, this was more than just a heated argument, it was very personal. As the atmosphere grew more tense with unsaid hostility, Joy Behar was prepared to respond and stand up for her morals in a moment that would never be forgotten. So, she kept asking why she was being pulled into a case that had nothing to do with her, as if a joke could magically turn into a $100 million court battle. This was war, not teasing, as Joy had drawn a line in the sand. Now the only question was whether Sunny would buckle under the strain or fight back. Sunny Hostin sat still, obviously disturbed by Joy Behar's scathing comments. What had previously been a space for casual conversation and playful banter had now become a battlefield, as everyone watched to see how Sunny would respond. The always vocal co-host seemed stunned for the first time. "You've been berating people for years for not acknowledging their role in systemic problems," Joy pressed on. But Sunny's problems weren't limited to this moment. Condemnation was raging on the internet, but a larger storm was building in the background. Joy's tone remained steady, but the sting of each phrase increased. Melania Trump was preparing a $100 million lawsuit that would endanger not just Sunny's reputation, but the whole network's landscape. As tensions rose, Sunny had made a critical mistake that would put her co-host Joy Behar squarely in the center of the chaos. What had begun as a personal revelation was now growing into an issue that might change everything. Because of how relentless the internet can be, Sunny's enlightenment had turned into a serious character problem. The social media platforms became battlegrounds. Viral posts, analyzing every word and action she performed, led to memes mocking her, hashtags challenging her ethics, and threads dissecting her views. Sunny Hostin, a fierce social crusader who had built her career on unwavering moral clarity, felt protective throughout the program, since the discovery was unexpected. Sunny was shocked to learn that her third great-grandfather held slaves, especially because she was so vocal about combating historical injustice and systemic racism. Sunny and her viewers felt uneasy for a brief moment on television. Her expression of surprise was clear, but instead of facing the news with the accountability she demanded of others, what transpired left many in shock. Sunny dismissed it as an unfortunate relic of its era and pushed it off as a small episode in her family's history. Sunny opened her mouth, then closed it as her face stiffened. Every emotion, astonishment, annoyance, embarrassment, and silence, which spoke louder than words, was recorded on video. The audience felt that Joy had cornered her behind the scenes. The fact that this was an unscripted dispute taking place in real time sent the production staff into a frenzy. Producers hurriedly whispered, unsure whether to cut to an ad or let the fight play out since it was too intriguing to end. Joy took a small step back to emphasize her point, but her gaze never left Sunny. It was a clear challenge. Sunny had to either defend herself or face up to the situation. The live audience murmured, and social media was already flooded with clips of the exchange. Online hashtags praising the relentless and ruthless nature of the internet soon gained popularity. As mocking jokes filled timelines and viral blogs scrutinized every word, social media platforms became battlefields, further fueling the already raging dispute around Sunny Hostin. Hashtags questioning her honesty gained traction, and threads dissecting her comments became widespread. What had begun as an exploration of her lineage during her appearance on PBS's Finding Your Roots had now spiraled into a full-blown character crisis. Finding out that her third great-grandfather had owned slaves put Sunny Hostin, a fierce advocate for justice who had built her career on unwavering moral clarity, on the defensive. This revelation was shocking because Sunny had been so vocal about addressing historical injustice and systemic racism. Her horror was visible on film for a few seconds, but instead of facing the truth with the responsibility she demanded of others, what happened next left many in shock. Sunny dismissed it as a sad consequence of its era and brushed it off as a minor episode in her family's history. The public responded quickly, accusing Sunny of hypocrisy and pointing out what they saw as a glaring double standard. How could someone who had spent years holding others accountable for the sins of their ancestors wave away her own history with such apathy? Her social media was rife with criticism, as detractors and erstwhile fans expressed their disappointment. For her most loyal fans, this was not just an error, it was a betrayal of the values they believed she stood for. So, what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you don't want to miss out on the hottest celebrity news, make sure to subscribe to Daily Finder.